What's up, guys? Hope you're all having a great day. And just a quick question. Have your parents ever set settings on something that you own, like maybe your phone when you were younger or something like that? Well, today I'm going to be telling you guys a story that sort of involves something like that. And during the summer, I was just chilling, man. I was playing Xbox all day, and some nights I would stay up super late to play Xbox, because to be honest, guys, gaming is my #1 hobby, and I was staying up a lot because I didn't have to go to school or anything like that. I could sleep in whenever I wanted. So my parents got a little bit pissed off about that, and school was around the corner. It was about 3 weeks to the end of summer vacation. So what they decided to do was put settings on the house router that shut off certain devices' Wi-Fi at a certain time. So they set the time to 11:45. So around that time I was either on Xbox or my phone just looking at stuff. So in the middle of this, my Wi-Fi just goes off automatically. So I checked the settings on my Xbox and nothing really appeared to be wrong, and then I went on my phone and then nothing appeared to be wrong there. And I checked the router and that was normal too. And everything seemed to be fine. So I was like, what the heck? What's up with the router? So first I go to my mom and I'm like, Mom, what's up with the Wi-Fi? And she's like, oh, I don't know. I guess there's some sort of glitch with it. And I was like, oh, alright. So then I ended up going to ask my stepdad and I was like, what's up with the Wi-Fi? It's kind of just broken or something. And he was like, oh yeah, there's probably a glitch. So this kept going on where the Wi-Fi would just turn off at random times, and I had no idea what was going on, and I was just so confused and pissed off because there were just times that I was laying in bed at night and I just wanted to watch some good old Netflix, some movies or some shit like that, and I couldn't because my Wi-Fi wasn't working. So one day I'm on the browser when the Wi-Fi goes out, and then I get a message on my iPhone saying that it's related to the router or something like that. So I'm like, what the heck? Check your router, parental settings, what is this? So I go to the router and I look at a few things, and I notice on the back of the router there was a website link, and I didn't know that there was gateways back then and you could like get into the router doing that. So the next day I ended up typing the website in my phone when the Wi-Fi came back on, and then it asked me for a password. So I ended up just putting the password that was on the router, and it actually worked. I was so surprised. I thought it was gonna be like this top secret password that my stepdad only knew and had hidden on a note in his phone or a drawer or something like that. But it was just a password on the router, so it was so easy to get in. But I was pretty skeptical and I was like, oh my god, can I actually modify the Wi-Fi this way? So I ended up checking out the settings, and it's all this advanced stuff. And honestly, guys, if I had messed with anything, it probably could have messed up the router really badly. So what I ended up doing was going to parental settings, and I saw that my phone, my Xbox, and all that stuff was just blocked for a certain time, and I was like, damn it, man, I knew it. But I kind of see where they were coming from, because late at night I would be talking to my friends on Xbox and just be cracking the loudest jokes out loud. I mean, honestly, they probably heard me cursing too, so that's not the greatest thing in the world. But yeah, I was just really pissed off. So as soon as I saw that I could modify the Wi-Fi, I was like, yeah, I can actually do something about this. This is pretty good. So I ended up unblocking all my stuff, and I even unblocked some of my siblings' devices just to be nice. So what I ended up doing was turning off the Wi-Fi for my stepdad's MacBook, his iPhone, and then my mom's iPhone. I just thought it would be funny to crack as a joke and sort of just get back at them, but obviously that's a really bad decision. So I get my Wi-Fi back, and I'm just on Netflix late at night. So later that week we ended up going on a vacation to Florida. So on the way to Florida I get asked by my stepdad, hey Noah, did you do anything to the router? Me and your mom's devices were just shut off from it. And I was like, oh shit. And he was like, did you do anything to it? And I was like, I hit the reset button. And so the best part about this, guys, is he actually bought it. Now here's the thing that I didn't notice. The 2 days before we went to Florida, the Wi-Fi actually started shutting off again, and what actually happened was that my stepdad noticed that the Wi-Fi was off on his phone, so he contacted Verizon Wi-Fi himself. I changed the password so he couldn't get in either, so that was like the funniest part. I actually changed it to something like, KingNo is here. Don't try to DDoS me, that's not the password anymore, guys. So later on that week, we were just visiting some family in Florida, and then my parents started talking about how tech-savvy kids are, including myself, obviously, because that's why they were talking about it. And they were like, yeah, we set parental controls on the router, and then Noah ended up hitting the reset button, and then I was just looking at them, and then they looked at me, and I looked at them, and I just started laughing about it, because the funniest part was they actually had no idea how I got into the router. And to be honest, guys, it wasn't that hard to figure it out. I mean, the freaking gateway website to modify the router was on the side of the router. Like, I don't know how they didn't find that out. I mean, I was pretty lucky. So we ended up going back home, and I went back to the router because the parental settings were still on. So I go to the router, and the password is the same as before. So I ended up just logging on and unblocking my stuff. And obviously I didn't block my parents' devices because I learned from my mistake. So I guess the moral of the story is, if you're gonna hack into your parents' Wi-Fi and try to fix the parental settings, just don't make it affect them and they won't notice. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this story, and like always, have an awesome day. Peace.